love these. They're so resilient. And now walking along the wall, a cool change is that we have these hardy kiwi vines growing up through the Principia, which has been planted here for a couple years. Some of you remember this Principia. I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, I didn't know that the thorns were gonna be so real. I didn't even know that there were thorns on it when I planted it. So I have to keep it really trimmed back along this pathway here. But it puts out a cool little red fruit, and as a novelty, it'd be cool to make the syrup from it. But we have a mixture of some sunchokes here, raspberries, some, oh shoot, I have a thorn in my shoe. Oh. Goldenrod, of course, goldenrod, duh. Wild hazelnuts, here. This green ash will keep coming through, and then back around to these hardy kiwis. Through here, there's a spot for, two solid fruit trees, and surrounded by this mixture of this meadow goldenrod. There's this other aster variety with this purple aster flower that comes up. You can see it's a large ground cover. This kind of leaf, but all the way back through there in the shady parts of the forest. Like, look at this clump of it. None of this was planted by me. It's just the natural ground cover. But I've got I think it's a jostaberry planted right there, which is pretty cool. And I think we're gonna plant something right in here next to this Dolgo crab, about 12 feet away. And then we've got one of the other decent growing Siberian, sea buckthorns. I've had some tough luck with them, but this is one of the better ones. And we have this oak tree growing right behind it though, this red oak. And it's getting pretty big. I mean, look at this, the height of that just changed in no time. Before, that wasn't even behind it, it seems. That almost appeared out of nowhere. There's some more stuff down here, some more hazelnuts, a really cool apple tree that's been making its own. I've got it fenced off well, but a lot of the weeds get down underneath it, and I want to do a big chop and drop and release some carbon into the soil for that tree. Here's another cool spot. There's another Toka plum planted here from last year. So I've laid down lots of black locust branches, and there's a Dolgo crab. So when those fill out and we have like these really smooth pathways lined in, oh my God, it's like, and this plum tree is already really going off. There's a lot of poison ivy, unfortunately, but I'll figure that out. It's kind of you go as you just kind of cut it as you go, I guess. But I like this veggie area. It's really cool. I'd like to see these cherries a little more leafier. I hope. I didn't know if something was going on and they felt a little stunted. But I mean, if everything could look like that apple tree, something like this, and that's like lush leaves, beautiful fruits hanging from it. But I mean, God, it's just paradise. It really is. Like walking down in here. Now this is a spot where in 2011 or 2010, I was planting some hazelnuts right here on the side of the driveway coming up. And then eventually I planted some, I think the same summer, I got some Nanking cherries, and I planted 4 right down the row. And then since then, it was like a few of those kind of intermixed and kind of grassy underneath. And it's changed into this real wonderland where it's this incredible maze. And I'd like to see more fruit trees doing well in here. A lot of it's wild stuff. This is a hackberry that was planted from St. Lawrence Nursery. And it hasn't been charging yet, but it's been doing pretty well competing around with other stuff. And I just keep trimming back some of the wild stuff that gets a little too tall. But the real things that we're looking at right now are this mulberry here, also from St. Lawrence Nursery. I believe it's gosh, we could look it up really fast and see what that one they offer. There's that one, which on its own, amazing. Like doing really well, lots of good growth, doing lots of chop and drop for it. But now walking over here, we see the other one that was planted at the same time. Equal, if not better, and just full growth all the way. I didn't know if there's any berries, and again, big chop and drop for it. There's a black locust growing right next to it. We'll just keep giving that a haircut. Walking up here with the comfrey on our left. I just love having these long paths and big mounds of Jerusalem artichoke, sunchoke. That really is, they're getting nibbled so hard from the deer that they're not having a chance to grow. I mean, it's already mid-August, but I do have some taller ones over here, but still you can see they were nibbled on not that long ago. But here's my my blue blockers. I wear these at night actually, so I'm not getting artificial blue light. As soon as the sun sets, I just put them on, and you can still see everything, but it just blocks out the blue frequency. And it's actually, check this out, I bet you we could do it through the lens of the camera. You see, it's just that more hard white light.